The Miraculous Ladybug reactor is killing me, and after the recent events of the 5th season, all we can do is theorize about what will happen next. Today, let's try to find out everything that might unfold in the first episode of the 6th season. So, let's go! I'm Black Cat, and do you remember how the last episode of the 5th season ended, right? Lila is expelled from school after being unmasked by Marinette, and unfortunately Sabrina Gabriel managed to fulfill her absolute wish, altering everything in the world and the universe. Teacher Bushy is now the new mayor of Paris, and the best part is that Adrien, Marinette, or Adranette, are finally an official couple. It was about time, after waiting for 6 years for this moment. Okay, now that we've recapped the recent events, let's quickly see how the first episode would be. I imagine that both Ladybug and Cat Noir, as well as the citizens of Paris, will spend a lot of time in the largest park of all, as the new Paris is now a more peaceful place with more environmentally friendly resources and, of course, more technologically advanced. The new mayor of the French city. I think no one could be kinder and smarter than this woman. The series will quickly show us how Marinette and Adrien enjoyed this little peaceful time because, let's be honest, it was more than time for these two to take a break. Since Gabriel Agresti gave up his position as an irredeemable villain, Ladybug and Cat Noir hadn't had a minute of peace, always fighting the Akumatized, Rockmoth, Mayura, and Monarch. After this, the series should advance in time, at least 6 or 12 months, showing the evolution of Marinette and her family. The girl, who must be around 16 years old by now, almost a young adult, is likely doing a part-time internship related to the world of fashion to gain more sewing experience before diving into the fashion world. But what is the real challenge for someone who has saved Paris from evil thousands of times? Do you remember that image of Marinette on her balcony with a new outfit, seemingly sleeping with a book on her face? To me, that's the girl's moment of rest after creating several unique and super complicated pieces during her internship. We will also see the super evolution of Adrien, not only in his new design but also in his new personality. No longer as reserved and depressed as when he lived with his annoying father, now more mature, he can make his own choices without interference. And let's not forget about Emily, who, according to information from Blue, Adrien will now live with. She is not dead anymore due to the absolute wish Gabriel made. But who do you think that woman with a hat next to Natalie was? Was it really Emily or Amelie, Felix's mother? Let's discuss because this mystery will last until the release of the 6th season. But now let's get to the part that really matters. What has Lila been up to all this time? Did she leave the city, return to one of her 3 mothers' houses, change her identity? This question is still uncertain, but I imagine Lila will still stay in the city, albeit anonymously. Obviously, she will find a way to always stay in Marinette's sight, using various disguises and different strategies to be constantly by Marinette's side without her noticing. However, I think that in this first episode, the series will not necessarily focus on the disguises and Lila's obsession with Marinette. It will probably focus on the part where the girl puts on the butterfly Miraculous, and suddenly a bright light appears behind her. My theory is that Lila made some kind of deal with Gabriel Agresti in case something happened to him. I bet Gabriel showed or briefly mentioned what the Miraculous were and the power they could give her, but in a very superficial way. After all, the girl is not stupid, in fact, she is very intelligent. If Gabriel revealed too much, she could easily outsmart him, if she hasn't already. But what she didn't know is that the power comes from the Kwamis, not the jewels themselves, as such. In this case, the light that appears for the girl could be 2 things, either Gabriel's soul trapped in the Miraculous as a form of punishment for all his cruel acts and misuse of the Miraculous, or Nuru himself appearing to Lila in a different form as a way to greet his new bearer. Regardless of who or what it is, Lila will now know about the existence of these magical creatures, further fueling her desire for revenge. If you've made it this far and are enjoying these crazy theories, share the video with your friends so you can theorize about how this new episode will be. Okay, the best comments will get my humble attention, and you'll also know that Kwamis are 100% real creatures responsible for lending their powers to humans. Lila may also find out that by combining the Ladybug and Cat Noir jewels, she will have access to an absolute and totally unique wish. In another episode, Revelation, Lila made Natalie send a photo of all the files Gabriel had regarding the Miraculous. It's even safe to say that the girl holds all the cards now. The question is, will she use this precious information the right way? Once Lila manages to transform into the unexpected Chrysalis, it's almost certain that we'll get a glimpse of how the girl will behave as the newest and possibly most deadly Miraculous villain. Finally, the design of the Chrysalis suit will be revealed, and I hope it's better than Monarch's, which was entirely bland and lifeless. Of course, we will also have the first confrontation with Chrysalis in the very first episode, at least I hope so. After all this time of peace, it will be a shock for Marinette and Adrien to learn that someone has been akumatized. There will be a barrage of questions about who the new face behind the butterfly Miraculous is and what the name of this new villain is. The media will, obviously, be all over Ladybug and Cat Noir, who are responsible for keeping the city safe. The good part is that Ladybug and Cat Noir now have more heroes willing to help them. But will they be safe from Chrysalis? There's a lot that is yet to happen, and there are many unknowns that leave us with a nagging feeling. Overall, what do you think of my theories? Write your opinion in the comments. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time.